All right, guys. That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, Oscar nominations are coming out soon. And a name you're going to hear a lot when the nominations are mentioned is the movie The Brutalist, including it's going to get a Best Picture nomination. Some people even think it's one of the front runners to win. Anyway, there's now a little bit of a controversy going on surrounding The Brutalist over the use of AI. Variety is actually just their new headline is The Brutalist sparks backlash after one of the editors on the film reveals use of AI in dialogue and buildings, but says, quote unquote, it's nothing that hasn't been done before. This is what they write. In an interview with tech magazine Red Shark News, editor David Yansko, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm probably not, revealed that AI tools from Respeecher, a Ukrainian software company, had been deployed in order to improve the authenticity of the Hungarian dialogue of stars Adrien Brody and Felicity Jones. They also talk about how they used AI, generative AI, to create like some backgrounds to make some of the architecture look more accurate and all that kind of stuff. Well, this has sparked a controversy among some people saying this should disqualify The Brutalist from the Academy Awards, that it's just horrible and terrible that they're using it and all that kind of stuff. So I read all this and it got me thinking, is it that big of a deal? I mean, think about it in this way. I'm not talking about AI being used to take away people's jobs or anything like that. I'm talking about there is a piece of technology out that filmmakers are able to utilize as a tool to help them tell a story. This is something that happens every 5 years or so. Let me ask this question. Would an older school filmmaker look at somebody, the people who made Superman with Christopher Reeve, and you look at all the things they had to do to make you believe a man could fly? If they were to look in the future and see somebody goes, oh, we're just going to go into a computer and we'll CGI a guy flying sky. Like, how would that filmmaker say that's cheating? Today, we don't say that. We say CGI is just another tool that everybody uses. So whether they're doing matte paintings or whatever to shape things in the background, like, to me, at the end of the day, it's about telling a story. As technology advances, new technology becomes available to storytellers, whether it's, hey, Rob, I remember the big outrage when people started to use digital cameras instead of film cameras. Saying that's not real movie making. Well, today, 99% of movies get made with digital cameras. It's just another tool. So to me, Rob, it's kind of much ado about nothing. The one thing that does make me wonder a little bit, though, is the AI speech changer. Not that it's wrong for a movie to use it, but I wonder if that could or should affect Adrien Brody and Felicity Jones' qualifications for a Best Actor or Actress nomination when it's actually not your performance that we're hearing. Again, I'm not saying it should disqualify them. I'm just saying it raises an interesting question, because in that specific thing, when we're talking about an actor's performance, if AI specifically changed their performance in some substantive way, does that become a legitimate question about should that be qualified or not for Best Actor? Not for the movie as a whole, but I know, Rob, it's a really interesting question I think is going to come up more and more in the next year or two. What do you think about the story about The Brutalist? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. Are you guys like me, both a movie and a sports fan? Well, if so, then you know that the playoffs are here and it's now or never. If you love football and want to add some real excitement to the games, let me tell you about PrizePicks, the best place for your daily fantasy sports. So here's how it works. It's super simple. You just pick more or less on player projections. Think Patrick Mahomes will throw more than 1.5 touchdowns this week, or maybe Lamar Jackson will get over 250 passing yards. Make your picks in less than a minute and take your shot at winning up to 1,000 times your cash. Ann and I have been having a blast using PrizePicks every weekend. It's simple, it's fun, and it just makes watching the games that much more exciting. Plus, PrizePicks puts you first. With easy, fast, secure withdrawals, you can get your winnings in as little as 15 minutes, and they make deposits even easier. And right now, if you sign up today, you get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. So don't wait. Download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after playing your first $5 lineup. That's right, play for just $5 and you get a $50 bonus instantly. PrizePicks, run your game.
Well, okay, here's the thing. There's a lot of different things I'm thinking at the time. But here's they're talking about, for instance, changing the accents that they were to make them more authentic.
Make them sound more like they are.
Yeah. So if you're speaking with a British accent or something like this and you want me to sound more Manchester.
People didn't know we just used a plug-in for Rob to sound like that.
But Adrian Brody's still delivering the performance. You're still seeing it in his face and he's trying hard. But if you use AI, again, it's a tool to tweak the way his accent sounded. I don't think you still are using him as the base of what's happening. Just like when you use motion capture, like Thanos is a great character. It's still, you still had Brolin playing Thanos, and it was clearly him. And the performance, it was clearly him playing it, but obviously there's other animators and people doing it. So I think in the case, and it didn't take anyone's job away. If anything, you're having somebody who knows how to use AI to duplicate that voice or whatever, somebody, whether it's prompts or whether they know how to, there's still, no one's having their job taken away.
Right.
When it comes to putting in buildings in the background, I would ask, well, perhaps a special effects artist isn't, they're putting buildings in the background, not using an effects artist. Somebody probably had to figure out a way to insert them. So there was somebody there working. So no jobs were being lost. But they're not creating a performance. They're not asking AI to create a performance from scratch.
Right.
It's not being conjured out of. And like you just said, it's just a new tool. It depends how the tool. Look, within 5 years, you're going to be able to type prompts that say, I would like you to make a Star Wars movie where I am the star, and I want Humphrey Bogart, Clint Eastwood, Roger Moore, and Greta Garbo to star in it with me as Jedi Knights. And you'll hit a button and you'll wake up the next morning and there's going to be a 2-hour full-on Star Wars movie where you're the star. That's what's in our future. When we still have human beings making movies and stuff, as a tool, I think AI can be really, really helpful.
Because here's a question. If you do say, tell me if you think this is an accurate comparison or not. If we do say that using technology to tweak the accent, right? Here's a question. One of the pieces of technology and tools and things available to filmmakers in the early days that is common now that they didn't have back then is color correction. Now, every movie goes through a process of color correction.
Yeah.
Here's a question. If a movie uses a digital artist using computers to color correct a scene, should the cinematographer be disqualified from a best cinematography since, his cinematography was adjusted in color correction? Obviously, we say no, because that's a common thing today. So I wonder if that's the same application here.
I think you're absolutely right about that. I mean, look, you know what's going to happen soon? They're going to be able to take an actor's performance. Adrian Brody can star in The Brutalist, but instead of subtitling movies, they're going to use AI to have Adrian Brody, they're going to feed his voice and intonations for all of the scenes and takes into the computer, and they're going to translate it into Japanese and use AI to make the mouth movements match. Well, we've already seen that software, and it's going to go all around the world in every language.
Here's an example of this. So I don't know if you watch, Severance.
Oh yeah.
But right, there's a new episode of Severance. So my friend sent me this video here. I got to see if I can. Oh yeah, here it is. Check out this. Bring it up now, Jonathan. Where they could literally take Keanu Reeves's face and look at it. They just put it on Adam Scott's face and recreated the whole thing, but it looks like it's Keanu Reeves. Like what used to just be the deep fake stuff has gotten so advanced.
Yeah. And
the stuff they can do with AI now is really pretty crazy.
No, and it's just going to, where's it going to be in 2 years, 5 years? We're going to live in a whole new world.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this little controversy going around about The Brutalist? Some people are saying because they used AI, that disqualifies it. And I'm not trying to undermine their complaints, but I mean, isn't this just a new tool as there have always been new tools? I don't know. It's a good point of discussion. What do you guys think about this? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.